This is Built Quietly, where quiet work becomes legacy. I'm Jason, a man of few words, trying to say a few that matter. Come sit with me a minute. I've never been loud. Not now, not as a kid, not really ever. If you grew up around me, you'd probably tell somebody the same thing. Cool? Yeah, he's a man of few words. That's fair. That's true. I'm not going to argue about that. For a long time, I thought that was something I needed to fix. Like maybe there was a version of me that was supposed to be bigger, louder, out front, and I just hadn't grown into him yet. You hear it enough. Speak up, put yourself out there, make some noise, and after a while, you start to wonder if quiet is a problem you're supposed to fix. I don't think that no more. This show is called Built Quietly, and I figure the first thing I owe you, if you're going to spend any time here, is to tell you what that even means. Because it's not a marketing thing. It's not a clever little name I came up with to sound deep. It's just the truth about how I'm built. And I want to start there, so you know exactly who it is talking to you. So here's what Built Quietly means to me. It means I'd rather do the work than talk about the work. It means I don't announce things before they're real. And it means loud was just never who I was. So I stopped trying to borrow it from somebody else. I think about my mom on that. When I was a kid, she used to tell me all the time, always be yourself. That's it. Nothing fancy. Parents say it all the time. Yeah, I know. But the way she said it, though, it just stuck in a way that a lot of advice doesn't. And here's what I've come to realize all these years later. Being quiet isn't me falling short of anything. Being quiet is me keeping my word to her. She told me to be myself. Myself is a man of few words. So every time I choose to just, be that without apologizing for it, I'm doing exactly what she asked me to do. There's something in that I didn't see when I was a kid. I used to think I was holding back. Turns out I was just keeping a promise. Now, I want to be careful here because I know how this can sound. I'm not up here telling you quiet is better than loud. I'm not saying that. Some of the best people I know can walk into a room and fill it up. And thank God for them because I can't do that at all. This isn't quiet versus loud. It's not a competition. There's no trophy for saying the least. What I'm saying is simpler than that. It's just be the way you actually are. That's the whole thing. Because here's what I've watched happen to me and to people I care about. You spend so much time trying to be somebody you're not that you never get around to becoming who you actually are. All that effort goes into a costume, and the real work, the real building, it just sits there, waiting. I moved to Indiana when I was about 22 years old. I didn't have much. I'll get into that another time, though. That's a whole story of its own. But I'll tell you this part now, though. I wasn't loud about wanting more. I just started quietly, one thing at a time. Some of it worked, a whole lot of it didn't. And almost none of it happened fast. That's the other thing about building quietly. It's slow. It doesn't look like much from the outside for a long, long time. There's no big moment when the music swells and everybody starts clapping. It's mostly just you showing up, doing the next small thing when nobody's watching and nobody would notice if you didn't. And I think that's actually where the good stuff gets made. Not in the noise, but in the quiet. So that's what this show is. It's me, a man of few words, trying to say a few of the ones that matter. about faith, about family, about money and fatherhood, and the long, slow work of building something real when you've got a job, kids, and a regular life like everybody else. I'm not going to hype you up. That's not me, and you'd see right through it anyway. I'm not going to pretend I got it all figured out, because I don't. I'm just going to be honest with you. The same way I'd be honest if you were sitting across from me at my kitchen table. That's the deal. That's the whole show. If you're the loud type, cool, genuinely. The world needs you. Keep doing that. Keep being exactly that. If you're more like me, if you spent a good chunk of your life being told you're too quiet, too reserved, too much in your own head, I want you to hear this one thing before we go any further. You don't have to become louder to build something that lasts. You just have to keep showing up as yourself, quietly, honestly, for a long time. My mom told me to always be myself. I'm 42 years into keeping that promise, and I'm just now realizing that just might be the best advice I ever got. So that's me. That's Built Quietly. Thanks for sitting with me. Be good.